Hello there, YouTubers. We got a mess to clean up. This is that tree that was down there that Joe came up and helped me photograph a little bit, or video, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to cut some of this up. This is going to be free wood, kind of checking it for moisture. I'll cut a few pieces and check it for moisture, and cut a few pieces and check it for moisture, or just check it for moisture after I cut it. I cut a couple of these off already, and we're looking at 19, if you can see that. Now you're going to sit there and tell me, oh, you can't do it in the end. I just cut that off, so you're not going to get any wetter than that. This one here, I knew that one there was going to that one right there, I can't see it right there, because of that big knot, it's going to be moisture, but from there on up, I think it'll be fine. There's another one over there. Until I get a clean slice on it, I don't think you're going to get any moisture. You get high moisture in that stuff there, I'm sure. That'll probably go, yeah, that goes off the scale. But that'll dry out, that's like a sponge. But guess what? This is a cleanup mode more than a get firewood. So I'll throw a chunk of this in at night and that kind of stuff. I just don't feel like picking it up and putting it away. Here's a nice one. I'm also going to get my rope out. That one's little, but it's nice and dry, I guarantee you. This one here, that's a hickory. That's fresh kill. That's wet. So we'll get some of this cleaned up. I guess you guys can come along for a little bit. I'm going to chop and mock, and I'm going to put this away so I don't destroy it. I guess you can't even see what I'm looking at. I like this moisture meter, but you can't get them anymore, I don't believe. I don't know how to say it. Did I check this one with you guys? I don't remember whether I did. There we go. We're getting 22%, which that's the fat side, so it'll lighten up as it goes down. And I'm just trying to get this mess cleaned up a little bit. So I'll bring you along. That one, I forget what that one was. That one wasn't too bad, but I got a feeling you get a couple cuts in it. This tree's been dead for at least 5 years. Can't get you in the stand. Can't do it with two hands. I got this thing in my hand and I can't do it. Do two things at one time. Turn this thing off so I don't run out the batteries. It's off. Put it in my pocket. Probably destroy it in my pocket. We're gonna face it down here. Oh, you guys about ready to fall out of the camera thing. I didn't get it in. There you go. I'll just bring it back here, I think, and I got to get my gloves, and I'll probably get a, nah, I ain't gonna worry about a measuring stick. I just brought the wood crate up that I emptied the other day. This is what I call free wood. Free wood is kind of like what you go scavenger when you're cleaning up and that kind of stuff, and you can burn it. Be better if it was a little drier, but I don't really care. Most of the time I care, but when I get stuff like this, I kind of lose the care a little bit. See how these saws are running. I got to watch out for my rope. Like I said, I want to get my rope out. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I got 2 ropes down here. So I'll cut a couple more chunks off this, clean them up, get them ready for going down to the chop place where I cut all my wood at. So hang on there. These are not going to be measured or anything like that. Now most of these, that the outer part is wet on it. It's because it's been raining here so much. So if they sit in by that boiler for a couple days, they'll lose an awful lot of their weight, or that moisture, the water moisture. They won't lose sap moisture. Like I said, this is what I call free wood. It's just, now this was, you can feel it. It feels dry, but it could use a couple more days. We get it in next to that boiler, and it'll come around. Like using that little saw. That's that one's a 201T. I guess the T is for top saw. And it's a pretty nice little saw. Chain wore out, but I'll wear it down to nubs. Well, it's already the nubs, to be honest with you. Got a couple more down here. And that's what I do. Up here it's not muddy. Down at the where I like to cut the wood. See, none of this stuff here has to be split, so I don't have to get down there where the splitter is right now. This is light as a feather, but it won't sound crisp because it's got so much rod in it. It doesn't have a whole lot of value heat-wise, but I don't really care. It's just clean, and like I said, it's more of a clean-up mode. See, this is all punky, and it's actually got a little moisture in it, but it'll dry out pretty quick. I want to get this one, that one there is pretty good. I don't know if you guys can see me cutting that one. I'll just cut it and throw it back into the pile. We'll cut that, and I guess now I can see about where I'm at. Little one-handed saw. Cut pretty quick with it. hickory? Take one more, check for moisture. Coming right along. What time we got here? Only 12 minutes into it. Cut that long one up. And then there, I think you're in the, I think you'll be there. Done. I turn the saw off. We'll stack for a while. That ought to get me some stacking. I don't know where the best place for you guys is. This log here, I know that's wet. I guess you can't see it. I'm looking at it, telling you about it. And I know this one here's probably got some moisture to it. Let me take my mittens off and see. And before you know it, we'll have a basket of wood. That holds, if I stack it up real high and tight and that kind of stuff, it'll hold half a cord, but I'm not going to stack it that high. All right, I know it's wet here. I can feel it. What do we got here? Yeah, it's only 25. Holy cow, I know this is off the roof. But I'm in the dead center. That made it to 30. Guess what, guys? That'll be good for me. It'll dry out real quick. It's dry in pretty far. Where are you guys at? There. This is all spongy. You can kind of see this is all spongy here, so that's going to be real high probably. No, that only went to 25. That only went to 25. As long as I don't load the boiler up with it, it'll be fine. Turn this thing off. That's what it is. It's a AutoMaster moisture meter. You know what else is nice about this thing? I've showed it in the past. I got a lot of meters. You got test pattern here, so if you turn it on, I don't know if you can see that or not. See, this says right here 44 plus. So if you go on here and put that on there, you can check to see if that thing, see it went 44 plus. Down here it says 18 to 20. So you can test it here to see if you're, see, there it goes. It made it just barely to 20. So you can kind of check the calibration of it. That's what I like about it. And as far as 20%, I could probably go up there and get another moisture meter, and it's only going to, it might tell you 40%, and then the next one will tell you, they all vary about 5%. I got about 6 of them. I've done shows in the past on them. I'm not really, we're just gonna throw some wood. You're gonna see my butt. You're gonna see, I'm trying to put my mittens on. A lot of times I don't wear them. Mittens and gloves and all that stuff wear out. Your fingers, you just keep your fingerprints polished off the ends of your fingers, so when you're cracking safes, they can't get your fingerprint. You remember the olden days when they would sand off the end of their fingers to make them more sensitive and stuff like that to crack safes? I'm not cracking any safes anymore. I've tried to cut back on that. Too many cameras videoing you cracking in, right? Yeah, that's it. Anyhow, we'll put some of these in, and we'll mix these in amongst all the Rhodes Scholars here. And that's why I like these boxes here. They're a little more forgiving on the size. You can put a long one in, a short one in. Those totes, you got to put just about what the doctor ordered in there, or you ain't gonna get them in there. But this will be good wood for me. I'll put the big ones in the back so I can grab the small ones. Some of these are light as a feather. That's all right. I need light. Now, a lot of controversy in my brain about this. A lot of people have those, and will probably suggest, why don't you get one of those pickaroons and pick it instead of in that way. I like them. I think pickaroons have their place. But here's my theory on doing that. If I come up and pick this up, I have not exercised my back. If I do this, I've exercised my back. One of those pickaroon pickers up, you're probably only using one side. And then when you get where you got to go, you got to lift it up twice as high. So you're probably going to tear your shoulder out using one of those. And your back needs the exercise. It needs the little ones to pick up. When you go find a monster that your pickaroon won't pick up as you're going down your tree, and you know that pickaroon's going to trash it, what are you going to do? You're going to go over and pick it up. Well, your back isn't warmed up. Your back isn't exercise started on small stuff. So now you go over and you know you got to pick it up because the pickaroon won't do it. So what do? You screw your back up because it wasn't warmed up. It wasn't ready for a gargantuan log. Like I say, I'll burn anything. So next time you use one of those pick it up and drag. Now if you're you're just going to snag the log and drag it along the forest ground, I think you're all right with that, moving them that way. I think a picaroon's good. I mean, there's a place for a picaroon, but I think if you start using those log things and don't bend over and exercise your back, when you get to that log that you got, like this one here. This one here is, I don't know if it's in the camera, that one there is right heavy. That one's, you know, it's not big for you young guys, but I patched young a while ago. You ain't gonna pick that one up with a picaroon though, I guarantee you. These are all right. So just remember that the next time you guys go out there, you're young. Those things don't mean a whole lot to you. But they will, believe me. So, if you heard all that comment on the picaroon, leave me a comment below if you kind of agree or understand where I'm coming at with that picaroon, if you heard me. All the squirrels are sitting there looking at me like I'm a nut talking to myself. Little do they know, this nut's gonna get them. Anyhow, where was I? Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment down in the comment section. Good or bad, I guess. What's your theory on the picaroon? Because I know a lot of people use them. A lot of people say get them. And I have them. If you're familiar with this, with me a little bit. Yep, we burn everything here. It makes heat. If you need good heat, you get good logs. But like today, I think it's going up to 50. I don't need to use my real good wood to maintain my boiler. I don't know if you guys are in the camera or not. It's probably kind of knock you out. You've probably seen enough of this, and you've heard enough of it to understand that I'm a nut. Oh, by the way, just for DIY, what does that mean? I don't know. Anyhow, the squirrel count is up to 28. The mouse count is 25. There's a couple more down here. Who cut all this crap up? Who cut all this crap up? Now this, I don't do roadside stands, but if you do roadside stands, you wouldn't want to put this there. Nobody would buy it. Or if they bought it, they'd be awfully desperate. That's what's nice about the boiler. You can get rid of all your trash. Clean up the wood. Well, I'm going to do a little more hacking and whacking. Cut that one up ready for transport down to the cutting up place. That one, I'm going to check that one limb underneath there. If that's dry enough, I'll take some more out of that. You can see my, oh, we're running out of time. You can see my, oh, there's a nice one there. My rope, the first throw in that thing got caught in that V. Now it's cracked out. Now it's coming through. But that was so tight in there it wouldn't come through. So I'll get this to go down. This will be firewood. It's pretty junky, but like I said before, the logs, the trees that I'm dropping now are all problematic. If they were easy, I would have already dropped them. So I'll cut this off. I'll probably cut it off at that connection right there, cut it off at this connection right here. I think I'll cut that one up for firewood right now because it's easier to transport in that position down to the place. I'll probably leave this hickory. That might be an oak. I'm not sure. No, it's a hickory. Don't like hickories. Anyhow, I'm going to cut that up. Cut this, clean up the rest of this mess over here and get this in the wagon. And I got a pretty good little pile. It'll fill up a little bit more before I'm done. So I'm glad you stopped by. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell if you want to see what's next going on. I do have a, well, by the time you see this, you'll have seen I got a log on the new sawmill. See you later now.